Hello. So I could remember this semester. So I registered one of my laboratory course here in the university in Austria, University of Technology in Graz in Austria here. I registered one of my lab course known as a molecular biotechnology laboratory course. So the content of that course is biochemistry, which is my background. Where I undergo my training in first degree, even a master's degree in Nigeria. So when I go to the laboratory here in the university in Austria where I'm studying, University of Technology Graz, I couldn't do anything in the lab because Nigeria educational system is heavily theoretical. There is no practical. And like I said before, that is why we are not productive as a nation. So the professor in charge of my course, of the laboratory course, he was actually looking for students that would join him in further research in pharmaceutical industry to further research using a protein, because one of the research we did in the lab is protein, about protein purification. So for a production of different kinds of medication, cancer medication, diabetics, insulin. So he was actually looking for students that would join him in research at the pharmaceutical industry. They couldn't pick me because I don't have much skills in lab. I do not have much skills in lab. So after the lab course, I didn't even pass the course because the lab performance has its own score. Writing a report has its own score. You must perform in the lab before you report what you performed. I couldn't even perform in the lab, talk of reporting what I performed. So they had to bring me to undergraduate course. Chemistry course is also a laboratory course for me to start undergraduate course, laboratory course, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I discovered that one of the reasons why Nigeria is not productive is our system of education is not well funded. It is poorly delivered. So that is why sometimes when I watch Mr. Peter Obi campaign over changing Nigeria from production to consumption, that step begins with the educational sector. It begins in our educational sector. Educational sector must be well funded. Our laboratory must be well equipped, and above all, electricity. All the equipment in the laboratory uses electricity. It operates with electricity. There are certain incubators in the lab that you need to check the sample, place the sample at the incubator for 90 hours. 90 hours is like 3 days. Because there is electricity here, that is why their laboratory research was always successful. It's always productive. So they move students from school research lab to the pharmaceutical industry for further research that will lead to productivity, production of medication. But our educational system in Nigeria is not well funded. And our politicians, they knew this. That is why they send their children abroad for studies. And they leave the school in Nigeria underfunded. We need to do more. Thank you.